I'm so happy to be here. You all are learning, and I am learning from the best of the best. I spent my entire career in technology, working for some of the largest brands in the world, creating my own companies. But what was a single factor of all of that is just learning, growing, and building relationships. So I know you're learning about AI today and technology. I'm going to show you how to take that and put it on steroids. But first, I promise I don't know how to use this thing. Usually other people push the button for me. Let's see what happens. All right. Who wants to know how to build authority and generate leads on LinkedIn? Let me level set. Who currently posts on LinkedIn today? Okay, a few hands. Who currently posts once a month on LinkedIn? Repost count a little bit. We'll address that. Did you know that in order to do a television commercial, it's about $10 to $20, $30,000, if not more. In your local area, maybe you could spend about $5,000. Radio ads, $3,000. Billboards, couple thousand. Who's done pay-per-click marketing? Few. $2, $4 per click. You push that button, every time you push it, it charges an advertiser $2 to $4 a click. My main company manages millions of dollars in clicks, so I know it's expensive. But did you know that LinkedIn has 250 million active users in the United States alone? And how much does it cost to post on LinkedIn? $0. I want you to pay attention to today's presentation. So if you want to grab the slides and PowerPoint presentation, happy to give it to you. I'd rather you focus on the content and take notes. I was a horrible student, right? Just comment AI and our team will send you the notes and the playbook of how we built a business using LinkedIn. Okay? I was a horrible student, never paid attention, always an entrepreneur. I built this infinite feed method. Don't worry, you'll capture it. You'll capture it. You'll see it in the next slide. Okay, for a minute. Of course. I built this infinite feed method because unlike my brother who loves camera, I hate it. I'm an introvert. And introverts, what do? They go behind a computer. I studied coding and computers because guess what? I was like, oh, I could just open up the laptop and not talk to anybody, right? I want to talk to you all today. I'm here to share. I'm here to grow. As an entrepreneur, I love other entrepreneurs. I love growing businesses. And I love nerding out about this stuff, right? Really important to me. I'm only here for a day because we have a 3.5-year-old boy and a 5-month-old boy. So my wife is playing man-on-man defense, right? So I'm gonna rush home after this evening. So make sure that we connect. Make sure we connect on LinkedIn. Here's what it is. I was able to create 365 days worth of high quality content, videos, texts, carousels, posts, imagery. And it only took me 30 minutes each week. I have posts that go all the way until May, if not June 2026, 2 to 3 times a day without me even looking at it. Who wants that system? All right. I'm not going to sell you anything. You'll get it for free because you're here. Okay? Just download that deck. All right. Did you know when you post every single week, it builds trust? People want to know, like, and trust people that they buy from. Imagine going on a call and they don't know you. Imagine not posting. How are they going to buy from you? The top 1% of LinkedIn, they post every single week, just to get a top 1%. I'll give you an example. You open up your LinkedIn, who do you see? Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, maybe a few of your colleagues. Is that right? You don't see other new folks. Just by posting one time each week, if not a day, you'll be the top 1% of LinkedIn. Okay? And guess what I said earlier? It is free. You can get hundreds, if not thousands, of CMOs, director level, founders, co-founders, owners, your target audience, anyone is on there. Because here's what happens. You open up Instagram and TikTok, you open up Meta and Facebook, and guess what? They're all looking around for entertainment, right? They're looking and swiping and swiping. When you open up LinkedIn, what happens? You put your suit on and you pretend you're working. But guess what? They are working. It works for people who know how to use it. And you're going to say, Bernard, I posted on LinkedIn, I hired some VA, and it doesn't work. That's not true. It works for others. It's just your system doesn't work, right? Because they wouldn't be in business. It wouldn't be acquired by Microsoft, which I used to work for a long time ago, if it wasn't that powerful. It can make you the local go-to marketing expert very fast. I don't like chasing. I like attracting, right? And it'll enable you to attract. I'll give you the story. Hopping on a Zoom call, prospective client, 50-person law firm. I'm running back-to-back meetings. My camera's all, messed up because I kind of close it. I'm late for a law firm appointment. They want to know about my business. They want to know how to post. 6 minutes late, I'm looking at it. I turn on the camera, disheveled. Sometimes I comb my hair, sometimes I don't. Already have a little bit of anxiety, right? Open up the camera. There's 6 attorneys there, senior partners, law firm. As soon as I turn on the camera, I'm like, oh, should I apologize? Should I, what should I do? I'm already running late. The guy in the corner, senior partner, goes, I've seen your videos. The person on the right-hand side of the video, Zoom videos, said, oh, he's everywhere. What did I have to do now? I just walk in and close the deal, right? So that's the power of being seen everywhere. Who would agree that would work for you, right? Most of us are then apologizing or trying to chase. Why not attract? It changes everything. All right, who likes what they heard so far? Okay. Let's try this video here. Just do you mind putting
social media? Subscribers mean nothing. The only thing that matters is click, retain, reward. And it doesn't matter what the platform is, they're all the same. Did you get them to click? Did you get them to watch? And did you get them to come back? That's it. There's never been a better time to start, because in the earlier days when it was subscriber based, it was basically like an email list. You build a subscriber base and then they push out your stuff to subscribers. They don't do that anymore at all. You could be a brand new account and have your first video do 10 million on the first upload ever, which I think in some ways is like a great equalizer, and it makes the content king. All social media has switched to the...
All right. Well, you probably didn't hear in the beginning, he said subscribers doesn't matter. Right? Before you have to say, oh, I have 0 subscribers. I only have 2,000 people on LinkedIn. My strategy is different. I actually purge the people I don't know. Right? I want to talk to people who know me, who've shook hands with me, who saw me speak or saw me online. But what he said was really important. Subscriber count doesn't matter anymore. You could post one video, not only on LinkedIn, but TikTok or Insta, and you can get millions of views, right? You just have to do it. And you're going to say, oh, well, I posted one video. I posted this video. It didn't work. Make it work. And I'll show you how it works. All right. Why LinkedIn? It's the #1 generator for leads and business in the B2B space. There's nothing like it. 200 million plus active users. I think it's 250 now. In the US alone. If you have an international business, good for you, because you have more viewers than that. 65 million plus decision makers. All you need is a few handful to have a great business, right? $1 million business is only $83,333 per month. You need a few handful of customers paying you X amount of dollars per month. Very simple. Founders, CEOs, CEOs and VPs are on this platform. I guarantee it. And the funny thing is, I had a conversation offline. Tell you, corporate America business is just as easy as getting hand-to-hand business in local areas. You're doing the same amount of work. You're putting the same amount of expertise and skill set. Do you know that the most highest paying clients, they bug you the less? The ones that pay you the least, they always ask for everything. Who's experienced that? Everyone has experienced that, right? The average income on LinkedIn is $75K. Okay, all right. You're going to say, Bernard, what do I post? What's the problem? What do I do? You're scratching your head. Maybe you post and then you go back and I post tomorrow. Maybe I post once a week. I'll post a month. What do I figure out? Here's the problem. You need to build a system. Okay? Does that make sense? A system. Routine. Like brushing your teeth. But not every day. Remember, I told you, you can just do it 30 minutes a week and you'll have content for an entire year. And maybe you post randomness, or maybe you have multiple businesses. I don't know if France told you I have multiple businesses. We have not only an agency, we have a firearms training facility in El Segundo, California, 5,000 square foot facility. We bought a franchise that my wife runs. She was an attorney for 10 years, employment attorney. When we used to date, she would bring her laptop to the restaurant, 60 hours a week work. And I couldn't knock her because guess what? Attorneys have to bill by hour, and that's how they make their money. The law firm fed her business, and she would do the work. So we would be at a restaurant, we would eat dinner, dessert comes, she'll leave with my laptop and start working. And she would ask me, what are you doing, Bernard? Why are you able to work from home in your pajamas? So I said, Tiffany, we'll figure it out together. Ended up proposing to her and getting married. She said yes. We have 2 boys now. We ended up finding a franchise that she runs and operates, retired her from a law firm, and now she does what she loves. And she uses, guess what, LinkedIn to drive business. You can do it too. Okay, important slide. System Assets Framework. Develop strategic content on LinkedIn. It has to be emotional. I guarantee this. I'm not a fan of LinkedIn, actually. When I open it up, it's boring. I want to celebrate that I've got this certification, or I've grabbed this new business model, or everyone cheers, and like, it is boring to me, right? There's nothing knocking it. I have a lot of certifications. I love it. That's how I got into corporate America. That's how I got in business. However, to me, reading that is not exciting. So make your content emotional. Maya Angelou said, what did she say? Yeah, someone said it right. Someone said it right, right? People don't remember what you say to them. They remember how you make them feel. What if your content made someone feel something? Wouldn't that be less boring? What if you're authentic and you open up a camera and you say what you want to say, right? Person of color here, went to a historically black college, Baltimore City. Went to Microsoft. Guess my language had to change. I had to play these 2 roles. I had to be my street language with my friends, and then I would be in a boardroom trying to talk to folks. It drove me crazy because I didn't have alignment. Once I became authentic, I said one day, I was like, you know what? I'm really tired. I told Tiffany, I'm really tired of this. I just got to be myself. I was myself with all the flaws, with all the things, and guess what? My energy level went up. I didn't have to hide behind this curtain or veil. Unapologetically myself. And guess what? Other people feel it, right? Yes and yes. And guess what? Your customers feel it, yes and yes. There's enough customers out there. Maybe not everyone wants to work with me. That's fine. There's 200 million people in the US on LinkedIn. All I need is a few. Make sense? Yes and yes. All right, assets. We'll go through that in the next slides. Text-only posts work still, okay? If you don't a writer, oh, you're in the right place because ChatGPT, this is all AI-based, by the way. The infinite feed method is all based on AI. If you're not a writer, guess what? ChatGPT will make you a better one. If you don't want to be on video, close the video. Do voiceover. Open up a microphone. I'll show you an example of that. You don't want to be on video? Put an image. If you don't want to make an image, great. You could just do a quote. So many examples of this. All right. Have a strong hook. I'm not going to go too much into their framework. Francis and Brian are masters at this. I'm sure they taught you the hook is important in the first 2 seconds. The headline. Have a good story. Remember, that tells a story. Inspirational. Emotional. Makes them feel something. Yes and yes? Yes and yes? All right, call to action. Here we go. Jab, 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 right hook. Fantastic book by Gary Vee. You don't want to sell, sell, sell. You want to educate, 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 and then throw in the right hook. Okay? You ever seen someone's LinkedIn and everyone's just selling, 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 but guess what? It doesn't build trust. It doesn't build authority. And it shows that you're not paying attention to your audience. Your audience wants what you want, and give them the keys to the castle. That's why I'm sharing this. I'm just sharing it all, right? Guess what? You could have it. Do it for yourself. I don't care. I'm not charging for it, but guess what? There'll be some customers that will want it or want our team to do it. That's all you're worried about. Make sense? Jab, 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 right hook. Educate, educate, educate. Value, value, value. Then a right hook. Text works. It's the fastest way to build trust. Because when you read someone's text or you read someone's article, you've already spent your time educating yourself based on what they read, what they've written, right? That means that, okay, maybe it takes 2, 3 minutes or 4 minutes to read my article or my post. You've already invested your time and energy on it. You already know a little bit about me. You know my writing style. You know how I talk and how I speak, how I maneuver, how I walk, right? More likely to purchase. Carousels. Carousels.ai. This is an AI conference. Carousels.ai. You want to create them fast? Use Canva. You want to create them faster? Use carousels.ai. Eventually, you can do it yourself. This is what I think. I did it myself for 3 months. And the reason why is if you hire someone too soon or too early, they don't know your voice, they know your language, they don't know how you talk or speak. In me creating and writing and creating carousels myself for 3 months, I could figure out that. And by leveraging that, by talking on camera or by writing on text, you'll find your voice. Because maybe some of you haven't found your voice yet. Make sense? You find it by using it. Ooh, I heard a yeah. It resonated with somebody, right? Videos have the deepest connection. If you're on camera, you open it up. Once in a while, I'll comb my hair. Once in a while, I'll put on some pants. Videos have the deepest connection. Okay. And that playbook that you're downloading, I'll tell you which camera to get. Now what I do is I turn on my Sony EZ-V10 II, Sigma 16mm lens, Amaran Lightbox, softbox. You just turn it on. A lot of people just get a Logitech. That's fine, $150. What if you spend a little bit more to get really clean, crystal clear videos? Doesn't that make sense? Wouldn't it just stand out on your competition? Just spend a little bit more? And if that's too much of like nerdy tech stuff, get your niece or nephew to set it up for you. They know how to use it. They'll turn it on for you quickly. Camera shy? I don't want to comb my hair today? Do voiceovers. Here's one example of a voiceover. Marketing campaign ideas. Don't start with content, start with customer problems. Record one pain point, one solution. Build the asset after the insight. Schedule, repeat, improve. You don't need more ideas, you need better execution. The best performing campaign you'll ever run is the one you almost didn't post. 2.2 million views this year alone. 150,000 clicks. Not just this video, all the videos, okay? 150,000 clicks. If you times that by $2 or $4 a click, we've generated, when I say we, our team, I didn't do all of this. Eventually, you'll get there too. Again, I started by myself, doing it myself. Eventually, you'll hire more and hire more as the leads come in. That equates to almost $250,000, $300,000 worth of free advertising. What you saw in that video, it wasn't me, right? It was just B-roll. You take B-roll and you basically store it as part of your 30 minutes a week. Film B-roll. You get a good microphone. AT2020 is what I use. USB, so you can plug it right into your Mac. Again, have your niece or nephew set it up and just talk. What do I say, Bernard? Put it in ChatGPT. They'll give you a script. Okay, read it. I read that script, put it into a software called Descript. DESCRIPT, one of my favorite softwares. Again, I did it myself until we were able to hire and outsource. You can upload that video and you could edit very quickly via text. If you know how to use Microsoft Word, you could use the script. Okay. As you notice, you see myself flashing that video, but it wasn't me on camera, just talking to a camera, if that's uncomfortable for you. Make sense? Yes and yes? There's no shortcuts. If you outsource too early or you hire someone too early to do this for you, that shortcut rarely works. Because what you're doing is you're outsourcing or you're putting automation too early, right? If you're putting automation too early, maybe you're automating something that doesn't work. Wouldn't you want to automate something that does work? There goes the time. Figure it out yourself with your voice, with your emotional storytelling. Once you figure it out, then you outsource. Yes or yes? You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. I'm going to repeat this again. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. I want to get a tattoo of this one. So good. James Clear, Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, pick it up. So one takeaway is building systems. It's the only way to grow. Right? When you're not involved anymore. Now I'm not involved, right? 3 months doing it, sweat equity, writ every post, took every video, figured it out. When leads started coming in, hire a part-time person. Students are great. In the job description, if you LinkedIn me, I'll send you the job description we used. You can find them locally. California's a little more expensive, 20, something like that per hour, but it saved me 12 hours a week. Started training Monica on that. That she got overloaded because more leads came in. Then we brought in Kenny. He got overloaded. Then we brought in Pam from the Philippines. They got overloaded. We brought in Moon. But do you see, as leads come in, the goal in business is to get as many people to call you, email you, fill out your website, fill out the form. That's the goal. The more times at bat, the more times you close. Okay. Now when I post, I open up my inbox and there's leads. Every single day, works like clockwork. We had to bring on someone to manage the leads. Every time I open up, it's 100 plus. It doesn't even show the number. It goes 100 plus or 99 plus. Right? All right. I want that for you as well. Here's the infinite feed method. Capture idea. Open up your phone. talk into it. I use Apple Notes, voice dictation right into the notepad, directly into it. While I was doing it for 3 months, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, grab my phone. I have this idea, and I just talk into it, and I just close and throw my phone away. And then 2 hours later, 4 a.m., I'll open the notepad and say another idea. I'm sure you all are the same way, obsessed about your business, about your personal development. That's why you're here. I use Apple Notes, simple system. Take that. We're walking on, now I'm walking the dog. Apple Notes, put it in Slack. Now a team creates a post. By the time I get home and have my coffee, that post is already up live. Okay? Create. Here's a couple things. ChatGPT is my favorite. Someone mentioned Claude earlier. Great. Use something. Use a tool, master it. Whatever it is. Dial it in with your brand voice. I'm sure Brian and Francis talked to you about that, so I'm not going to go over that. Film video. Get that camera. Do it once. Just do it once. And spread it out. You don't have to be on video every single day, but people want to see your face. Because guess what? Once you do pitch your customer, when you're on the in-person meetings, they're going to want to see you. They're going to see you eventually. All right? Take that and distribute it. We use Vista Social. I tried them all. Hootsuite, Later, Alfred. They're all great. Vista Social allows you to maneuver very fast. You take one video, you turn it into many. Here's how you do it. Turn on the camera, you read your script, turn off the camera. Turn it back on, read 3 hooks. Turn it off, read 3 CTAs. Turn it off, give those files to your editor or do it yourself, mix and match. Take the CTA for one, add it to its headline of another, keep the same body. Did you all capture what I just dropped? One video and to turn it into 10. Just sit there and say different hook. Here's the top 10 ways that could help you grow on LinkedIn. The next hook. Here's the top 5 ways that can help you grow in LinkedIn. The next hook. Here's the number 1 way I can help you grow in LinkedIn. Same body, different CTAs. Now you have 10 different videos team can post throughout the entire year. Make sense? Infinite feed method. That's just one tactic. I have 33 more. All right, here we go. I only have 2 minutes left. I apologize. That's what the clock is ticking. Thank you. Frequency. I'm the only person between you and lunch. All right, here we go. Frequency and consistency. 1 time a week, top 10% of LinkedIn in front of your 200 million people, US. 3 times a week, top 5%. Post daily. Leads start flowing in. Okay. If they don't, guess what? You have to change your hook, your story, or your CTA. Got to change something. You can't just post quotes all day. It's not going to work. Everyone does it. I've done it myself too. After a couple hundred of those, like, oh, it's not working. I better change my strategy, right? Let me figure out what works. This is what I call the local celebrity concept. Remember I talked to you about before I joining a Zoom call, one of the attorneys like, I've seen your videos. What if you were go to a Chamber of Commerce and you were a member, and I don't know, we'll probably hit pause on this, but you could take their membership names and email addresses and you can grab them and you can put them into a tool called Duck Soup. DUXSOUP. And you can upload it to LinkedIn. We'll edit this out. Those members will see your videos every single day for their entire life until you stop unfollowing you. Now, when you walk into a Chamber of Commerce event, what are they going to tell you? I've seen your videos. You can do it for associations, local groups, and then guess what? After they've seen you, create a post, and tag them in LinkedIn. Okay. Now your message is going to show up on all of those people's posts. Strategy number 2. Told you I have 33 of these things. Build awareness and trust with your micro niche. All right. We were able to generate $180,000 in sales last month alone. Generated 2.12 million views across TikTok, Insta, YouTube, Meta, LinkedIn, 150,000 clicks, something like that, hundreds of DMs, closed deals, people knocking on doors. I spent my time on local events, associations, Chamber of Commerce, but mostly online. 4 seconds left. I appreciate you all, and thank you for being here.
That's a wrap for this episode of the AI for Business podcast. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit subscribe and pass it along to a friend or colleague. We appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you in the next one.